And our second main topic today gets submitted to us by Aaron Gray, who writes, "Greetings, John and Rob." Obviously, Rob's not here on Thursdays. "I'm a big fan of the Ocean's 11 films. I am too, as a matter of fact. Even the Ocean's 8 movie that they just did recently. I liked it too, as a matter of fact. A little while ago, you talked about Don Cheadle discussing the chances of another Ocean's film. And I was wondering if you saw that Matt Damon also just talked about it, saying that he'd like to come back for another one. With multiple actors from the originals talking about it, do you think another Ocean's movie could be in the cards?" All right, thanks a lot for sending that in. And yeah, listen, I am a sucker for heist films. And actually, Ocean's 11 is one of those rare examples of a remake that is better than the original.
Yeah.
At least I think it was. And I like not all of them were awesome, but I like them too. And you're right. Don Cheadle recently talked about the fact that there has been some discussions about coming back and doing another one. And now Matt Damon, who's obviously on the tour circuit promoting his new film, he was just asked about it and he had something to say. So let's look at both what Matt Damon and Don Cheadle had to say about this. So first, let's look at what Matt Damon just said. So Matt Damon just said, talking about maybe doing another Ocean's film. "It would always be up to Steven Soderbergh if there was a story. We have lost a couple of our members, obviously, because a few guys have passed away. So we would have to figure it out. We are a depleted gang now." But he went on to say that, yeah, I'm down. I want to do it. Now, let's go back a couple of weeks and look at what Don Cheadle said just a few weeks ago about it when he was asked about another Ocean's film. "We were talking about doing another one, and then Bernie passed away. And very quickly we were like, no, we don't want to do it. But I just did a movie with Steven," that's Steven Soderbergh, "and he said, I think there may be a way to do it again. I'm thinking about it. And it didn't go much further than that, but I don't know. I don't know who all would be in it. I imagine the main group of us would be in it. It would be interesting to see." So this is a little bit of a situation of where there's smoke, maybe there's fire.
I hope there's fire.
Maybe there's fire. But I'll tell you what, watching, what's the name of the girl from Speed who was just an Ocean's
Sandra Bullock.
Why do I always forget Sandra's name? But in Sandra's version, they heavily teased the original Ocean's gang is still out there. Even the George Clooney character, it was totally cheap. Like when she's sitting in front of his tomb and saying, "You actually better be in there." Clearly he's not. So clearly they were hinting that he's still out there. There was even some whispers about them merging the two different casts, which I would be totally down for.
Yes.
By the way, and you had that movie with Anne Hathaway, Cate Blanchett, and
Mindy Kaling, Rihanna, Awkwafina.
On and on and on. I thought Anne Hathaway actually stole that movie.
Oh, you did?
She was so good in that. Anyway, now we've got a couple of the actors coming out making public statements about it. I'll tell you this. I have no proof of this. I think we are getting another Ocean's 11 film. I do. Whether it be called Ocean's 17, Ocean's 41, whatever it's going to be, I think we're going to get one. I think that Steven Soderbergh is probably working it out right now, like what he told Don Cheadle. I think the fact that Don Cheadle and Matt Damon are both publicly saying things about it, I think we're going to get one. I really do. And I think they're going to merge the cast. Again, don't take that to the bank. This is just me speculating. But that's what I'm taking out of this. Anyway, let me ask you this. This could just be a couple of guys independently saying random things, and maybe it never happens. But number one, do you think that we're going to get another Ocean's film? And then number two, are you down for another Ocean's film? What do you think?
Oh, man. I'm a huge fan of the Ocean's films. I definitely think we're getting an Ocean's film. And I think we're better together. I think they should merge. I don't think you need to separate and do, well, the female version of this and the male version. We're better together. The actors are all fantastic. Steven Soderbergh, he is the king of cool, and something that films, I feel like in the past 5-6 years have been missing. We've had our Marvel films, we've had our John Wick and everyone that wants to be like John Wick. Something we've been missing is just cool. The Cate Blanchett, her character was freaking cool. George Clooney, when the suits, the je ne sais quoi, the heist, we've been missing films with just cool ass people and a cool ass plot. And so definitely I think not only should they do one, but there's room for one. Secondly, I was thinking in terms of either merging the cast or bringing on new people. I mean, of course we lost the great Bernie Mac and Carl Reiner, but I think Kate Blanchett and Sandra Bullock 100% should be in the film. But there's some new people that I feel like belong in an Ocean's film. I don't know if you have been turned on to Sebastian Maniscalco. He's a great comedian, super funny. He's been dipping his toe in acting. However, the films that he's been dipping his toe in are Oscar-nominated, award-winning films. He had a small role in Green Book. He was in The Irishman. Robert De Niro is actually playing his real father in a new movie they're working on. Sebastian Maniscalco is getting up there, but you don't have to get someone to play the Italian guy. He is that Italian guy, but he's that Italian guy. He's got the charisma. He's super funny. And I'm like, I think he belongs, when I think of Vegas or wherever they intend to do the film, he belongs in an Ocean's movie. Because I think you need some new blood. You do need some new blood in it. But I think he would be great. But I would also, this is kind of weird, I would also really like to see Oscar Isaac as the antagonist, like in something a little bit more funny.
Kind of played like the
Something
Andy Garcia
funny,
kind of role.
like
from
the
one of
Andy
previous
Garcia
films.
role.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Oscar Isaac, he's such a great dramatic actor. But I think they could do something hilarious with him. And these movies are jam-packed with actors. It's like a club of the last Hollywood actors.
It's like a higher class Expendables.
Yes, yes, exactly. Like there'll never be another Brad Pitt. That level of movie star.
Yeah.
Like this is a club, and I'm so here for it. I hope they do it. I hope
really
they do.
They just have to figure out a way to do it and keep the budget reasonable, because all these actors would have to be willing to say, we'll all take pay cuts so we can all do it. And let's see if that.
And don't you
happens.
dare tell me you're releasing it the same day it comes in theaters.
Same
You want to talk about lawsuits? You don't want to go there with
Nope.
the Clooneys and the Pitts and the Andy Garcias.
No.
Let's not play that game.
All right, guys, the question is for you. You've heard about this. So what do you think? There's two questions here, really. Number one, do you think that they're actually going to do another Ocean's film at some point? And then the second question is, are you down for it? I am a sucker for heist movies, so of course I'd be down for it. Question is, what do you guys think about this? Jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts.